We're about to drive through the very small town of Dzalisa. It played a very important role in ancient times in Iberia, or now called Georgia. And we're going to drive through. All it proves, though, to me is nothing is certain as change. I suppose a bit like deaths and taxes. Change is inevitable. So, Dzalisa is a historic village in Georgia, and it's situated in the Macron Valley, which is about 50 kilometers from Tbilisi, to the northwest of Tbilisi. It was actually, Ptolemy mentioned the town as one of the principal towns of Iberia. Then it was actually called Colchis. It's amazing that this little town, which is basically nothing today, was the center of culture in Iberia at the time. This is typical of a country hamlet, full of little town or little buildings and stuff. Some of the buildings are actually quite old, as you'll see there on the left-hand side. These kind of buildings would have been built long ago. It's the original construction of stone and stuff. Today it's just a collection of small little shops. Here's a butchery on the right hand side over there. There are taxi services that leave every hour from each of these small villages to Tbilisi, and they're about 2 lorry rides, so extremely cheap for the local populace. Coming up to the center of town now, where the government buildings are. There's a supermarket on the left. This would be the public school in here, and the public buildings in here. Can't quite see it. This is the farmer transport, which they use the farmers to plow. Some more shops. Okay, so let's move a bit, and we're beginning to leave the town now. And this is where the Roman fortification and baths were situated, just down this road. So Acropolis, as the Roman area was called, comprises of swimming pools, an administration park, administration of barracks, soldiers, a water supply system, and burial grounds for the Romans. Don't worry, we're getting on there. So this is the furthest reaches of the Roman Empire to the west. It actually fell just outside of their main administration. However, the Iberian people used the Romans for help with regards safety and soldiers. And this is the area here where the Romans built their barracks and administration blocks. Hi people, we're at the Chrysilium and bath with mosaic floors. So this is where the Romans had baths and had functions, and we're going to have a quick look at it. Over here, this first section is the banquet hall, and on the floors, mosaic floors, quite a rare feature. And the mosaic floor is of the god of wine, and he's also a goddess. So there he is. There he is, the god of wine. I don't know if you can see it. And obviously they had wine barrels or vats because the Romans were big into drinking wines. Here is the cold baths. So before the Romans went, they would plunge into the cold baths, and then they would go into, through that doorway there, they would go into what we call the warm baths. So over here is the warm baths. You'll see there's legs, and how it was made up, there was a platform above the legs, and hot air was blown in underneath to warm up the baths, to make warm baths. So these would have been the warm bath area. How would they make the baths warm? As I said, they blew hot air into the baths, and here would have been the furnace area where they would make hot air through fires, and the air would have been blown through that tunnel there, which was underneath the baths to heat up the water. It's quite sad though in Georgia that places like this, although they're kind of looked after, they're not, and they've becomes disrepair. It would be nice if there was more tourism so that there would be money to keep these diggings pristine. Nevertheless, it's very interesting, and I think people should actually come here to take a look. Just to recap, this is the fire pit area where the fire was made and blown through the tunnel. Where the pillars are, that is the warm baths, and then that shallow area right at the back, that was the cold baths. This is another warm bath area that was used. There's segregation for different ranks within the army. In the near ground, you can see the slabs where the baths would actually sit, and the warm air goes underneath. This was the external swimming pool area, and it was used quite extensively. In summer it does get quite warm, about 35 degrees, so this would have been used. And there are stone seating within the pool, and that they would sit and frolic. These are the stairs coming down into the swimming pool. This area was cold baths as well, where they would clean themselves before going into the swimming pool and after going into the swimming pool. So we're leaving the Roman camp and we're going through the town. You'll see here like a little tractor. This is what the local farmers use to plow the lands, and also as transport. You'll see them riding it, obviously to and from school, to the shops and that kind of stuff. So what we're going to look at now is the Narelevari River, where the Romans filtered off water for the hot baths and entertainment area. It's actually quite a fast flowing river, and I believe it flows year round, which is good. Hence that's why they built the ruins. So by then it wasn't the ruins, it was the entertainment hot baths area and Roman camp. After visiting the Roman encampment, I was lucky enough to go past the Chateau Macron. The chateau was founded in the late 19th century. It is now a winery and located in the Macron village, 50 kilometers north of Tbilisi. Their wines received international acclaim. The castle gardens at one time were once a cultural center for Georgian elite and Russian royalty. Uncle will be making a feature of this place in Uncle Explores. Stand by.